I make this video from the bank of Northern Sea in Norway. I stay here as a refugee from Ukraine, and I want to share stories that happens to refugees in different countries all over the world after the war started. And today my story is about a woman from Cyprus. She stayed in a refugee camp in Kofinou in 2018 and 19, and she told me the story that happened to her, and it was happening to various people during a long time in Cyprus, different refugees from different countries, and difficulties and troubles that they face there since they come. Her story started in March 2019 when she had an issue with guardians of security company Zeus from Limassol, who worked in Kofinou camp at that time. The chief of security, Andreas Peponias, and another guardian, which name she doesn't remember, but she knows that he has mental problems and he even has documents of it. The security of camp is not allowed to touch refugees, especially women. She can only, if there is any trouble, they can only fix it verbally or call police if there is a serious fight or trouble, which they did before actually. But when this woman had argued with another woman of the camp who behaved really terrible. I will not tell this story here. It's not the point of the trouble now. The security came up to her, started pushing her, and in 2 days she had some traces of this fight. She called police, but police didn't take any measures, and they didn't even make a notice to security. And the situation happened to this woman again after 2 days. Another one security pushed her when she tried to complain to the manager of the camp about this case, because he didn't take any measures too. She came up to the door of the manager, and another guardian, which was 100 something kilogram of weight and 2 meters high, she pushed her away again. And this time, because she had an experience that police doesn't help, she tried to protect herself by on her own, and she fought back. And this time they called police, and police came immediately and took measures against this woman. They took her to psychologist. And she refused to accept psychologist under arrest, because she was actually begging for psychologist for last 2 months, but they wouldn't take her. Anyway, that was the reason to take her to mental clinic, where they kept her for 10 days without any medication, without any diagnosis or document of it. She asked to give her any paper with prescription of her disease, but they wouldn't, because it was actual crime, and any expert could check and prove that she's mentally normal, she's okay. And because she was many times turning to police, and this is the main proof that she's adequate woman. Anyway, it was kind of torture to discredit this woman in case if she decides to go to police again. And it was the aim of this torment was to scare her, so that she doesn't fight anymore. She doesn't take any measures against these people anymore. After these 10 days, she was thrown out of the camp to the streets without any money, any accommodation. She didn't even have chance to pick up her luggage, to pack up, because she came to the camp with police. And she didn't have much time, so she had to throw everything away. So she left left the camp. Then she left the Cyprus. And these people and the manager of the camp, Andreas Varnavas, they kept on working with people, and they stayed without any punishment, even without any notice. And the same woman tells me that when she had troubles or fights with some other Cypriots and she tried to turn to police, they would scare her that they will take her to mental clinic, to psychiatrist, they will buy the documents of psychiatrists themselves, and this is how they avoid punishment. And this woman was very badly beaten in another cafe where she worked in the kitchen, because the boss of this place abused her mother, and she complained about this, and he beat her and threw her out without salary to the street again. And she couldn't do anything in police because they were threatening her by other accusations. And there are multiple cases of like this happening in Cyprus. When refugees try to rent some apartment, they are harassed and pushed to give some sexual services to get the accommodation, no matter if this is man or woman. This harassment takes place in both cases. So this is in general the terrible situation in Cyprus, and I will keep on informing and telling the story of different people in different countries. You can send your own stories, and I will make new videos. This should not stay. The situations should not stay in the same way. The people who make crimes, they should be punished, or at least they should be known in their own country to their own neighbors. I expect you to support me with comments and with your own stories. Thank you.